What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing glow plugs on this old gal right here. It's a 2003 F250 with the 6.0. It should be a pretty straightforward process. Pretty much anybody mechanically inclined should be able to do this. We're just going to pull both tires off, fender liners, and we should have access to both of them on both sides. We're replacing them because having trouble with cold starts. I'll insert a video right here. So yeah, as you can see, it doesn't start very well in the cold, and hopefully this fixes that. We're going to start with the harder side first, because on the passenger side you got all your AC parts over here. The other side would be way more open and way easier. So now we're going to pull out this fender liner, which mine might be harder because I got these fender flares. Might have to pull those off. I'm just going to start pulling all these screws off. There's supposed to be one over. Oh, we got to pull these off. And then should be wide open. I don't actually think I need to take the fender flares off. Just these nuts here are bolts, and they are 7/32. One. And the one back there is an 8. 3/11s. And there's actually one more 8. Did mess up the fender flare a little bit there, but no. There she goes. There she is. Now your glow plugs are here, 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 and here. So it'd be a pretty straightforward process. I bought new harnesses because pretty much every time you're going to pull these off, you're going to rust the harness. So it's just a thing you replace as you replace these. I mean, I'm obviously leaking a little bit of oil, but we're not really too worried about that right now. But we're going to be installing these diesel RX glow plugs. I've read a lot to people only use the Motorcraft ones, and these ones suck. And I've also read that people use these ones and their trucks never started better. But these are the ones that we're going to be putting in today. We're just going to be yanking on these. See? That one already's broke. That one's broke too. So we're having some issues. This truck's got 330,000 miles on it. So everything's honestly just breaking. So I got this one out. And I'm figuring out what's the easiest way to get this out. This truck also is not studded. You can see the stock head bolts. right there, and it's also not deleted. So if you want your truck to last 300,000 miles, that's the key. There we go. Got that guy out. Got 1, 2 more. Just using a small drywall screw like this one to screw into them. So if you guys can see that, just got this screw most of the way screwed in, halfway, into the center of that hole. And we're just going to take a pair of these cutters, wire cutters here, get them on there, just pry it off. Just had to screw another one in, and there she is. There she is. You just gotta keep on putting screws in and keep prying, and they'll come. Just a 10mm deep socket. Pulling it right on out. So here's the old one. Here's the old one compared to the new one. Like I said, this truck has 330,000 miles, and these are probably still factory ones. And I'll show you guys a little test, little at-home test, so you guys can see how to test if these work or not. So here's a quick little hack to test to see if these glow plugs are good or not. Hook a set of jumper cables to your battery, ground positive. Then you ground to this shaft down here, and then put your positive cable over here, and you'll see the tip of that glow plug getting red hot. So this is a new one, so this one works. I'll show you guys an example of a bad one. Same thing, ground to that shaft down here, power up here, nothing. So this one is bad. Number 2. Last one on this side. Here's the old ones compared to the new ones. We're gonna just take these ones and slide them on in there. Just gonna get them started with this and then snug them on up with a ratchet. Alright, got all those snugged up, and you're gonna follow this back. Probably be easier to unhook that from underneath the hood. This glow plug harness comes back and plugs in back here, right behind the alternator. And it matters which side goes to which, but they didn't label them for me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's this one. Gonna fish the plug this down here and plug this back into the plug. It's pretty tight back there. but we got her. You can see it underneath the intercooler boot there. When you plug these plugs in, make sure you go behind the transmission dipstick. Push her on down. And then put the fender liner back on and go to the other side. Now on this side, looks like we got one here, and just around the edge. Fender liner out. And then over here, we got one here, there, there, right there. So it actually looks like this side is the harder side, but we'll get her out. Same thing as the other side, they're just breaking off. 2 out, 2 more to go. Ideally, all of them would come out like that, but they're not. But that's what we're looking for. Take our 10mm, an extension, stick her down in the hole. 3 of our old ones, since the ratchet's already up in there. I'm gonna pop those 3 in real quick, and then we'll get the back one. The driver's side glow plug, harness plug is back in this gap and right here. I'm actually gonna route it in here a little different, so I'm just gonna cut it right there. And up top, to get that hooked in, I did have to pull this intake piece off right there, and that was it, and I just slid right underneath of it. Now we just gotta get that fender liner popped right back in and put the wheel on. We got the fender liner back in. We're just gonna get the tire put back on and we should be good to go. Make sure she still starts back up. Then I'll leave her overnight outside, unplugged. Time for the moment of truth. We're gonna get her started up and pull her outside, leave her outside overnight. See how she does in the morning. It ran a couple hours ago, but still starts up good. Day. Just been sitting out here all night, overnight. Right now it's 18, feels like -1. See how she starts up. I had to come inside where it's warmer, but we got the truck started up. The glow plugs seem to be the issue. So if your truck's having trouble starting in the wintertime, that's most likely your culprit is bad glow plugs. I tested each of them as I was pulling them out, and over half of them turned out to be bad. So kind of makes sense there. If this video helped you guys out, don't forget to like and subscribe, because that helps me out. And as you guys probably seen, there's lots of other projects going on as well. I'll make an update video on. I'll just go over everything I got. The next video you'll see will be that. So stay tuned for that. See ya.